And we continue learning Dirshu Mishnah Bura Hilchais Betzias Hapas. We are up to Siman Kuf Samoches, and we are up to Sif Vav. Says the Mechaber in Sif Vav, Pas, bread. Haba Bekistin, and this is where the world war begins. Pasaba Bekistin, Mizoinais type foods. Bread that comes Bekistin literally in palkits. Mevarich alav Bayre Mine Mizoinais. Ulachar Bracha Achas Mein Shalish. And afterwards, you make an alamicha. So even just the term pasaba b'kisnin, that about itself tells a new story, and it shows us that there's at some level that this mizoinais, this cookie, this cake, at some form is considered pas, is considered bread. So let's understand what this means. If you eat the shear of this, the amount that other people make a kaviyas, make a meal out of it, you're not seveya, you're not really satiated, but it's the quantity that other people do create a kaviyas from. Mevarich alav, you're going to make a bracha on it of ha'moitzi lechem min haaretz u'berachas hamazon. V'mitzchilei v'deti lechem min hamad u'berach b'yir minim zaynais. If you started off only wanting to have a little bit, maybe this is one slice or a half a slice of pizza in some people's worlds, and then then you end up eating more. And that's a very important rule, that the hamaitzi is not dependent upon, the berachas hamazon is not dependent upon the hamaitzi. For whatever rich reason, this is one reason you make hamaitzi, because you are having only a half a slice, you're having only one cookie, and you end up having 100 cookies, you end up having a pie of pizza, you're still going to bench. Birchas hamazon is the end of a meal, regardless if you started correctly, mistakenly, etc. Let's say you eat the amount that people do not create a kvias on it. Even though you did, you only make a mezainis on it to brach achzim in shalosh, and then you make an alamicha to baladate its kaladim. So it goes only really one way. If it's the amount that no one else eats as a suda, but you personally are full, doesn't make a difference. It's a mezainis and alamicha. If it's the amount that everyone else makes as a suda, and even if you're not full, then you would bench. Says the Mishnah Brura, Sivkatan Chav Gimel. Says the Mishnah Brura, big kisnin. After this, we're going to explain what this is. Even though regular bread, you make it hamaitzi, even if you have one little bit, a big misconception, even if you have one little bit of bread, you're still going to have to make a hamaitzi on it. Val kizayis, and on a kizayis, what do you make? Says the Mishnah Buram Varchan Berachas Amazayin, shiny elu. This case of possible case that is different. Because it's not the derech to be kaveh suda on these mizoinais type items. You eat it as a snack. Therefore, brachas and rakbayim name is lacharav bracha me'ein shalish. And afterwards, unless you eat the amount to make a suda, does upon him pasu. So we don't know exactly what this item is yet, but we are seeing that it's a mizoinais type item that at some level is a suda type item, but you eat it in both fashions. Now, what is this item? That's going to be the big point of contention. But whatever the item is, meaning whatever the item is, if it's, for example, maybe pizza, so that could be an example that one can hear. It's a mezainis type item. You could eat derech harai, or you could eat as a suda. Then it's going to change on the quantity that you eat. Now, of course, everything we're saying is a big machlokes, because many people are going to say that, no, that's ridiculous, as pizza is a bona fide piece of bread that we're going to see. You eat it by itself, you have to eat the amount that other people are satiated from it itself. If you eat it with meat or other items that you eat generally with bread, then it's enough if you eat it with those items. Meaning, when Mishnah Berurah is painting a picture that if it's an item eaten by itself, it goes by itself. If it's an item eaten with other filler type items, then the filler type items go into the equation to be considered when you are full and it's a kaviz. If you ate it by itself and you are satiated, even though if you eat it with something else, you would have been, other people would have been satiated. We do not say once it's an item that's within the category that other people would have other fillers with it and get full, you got full without fillers, then it's called a kviyas suda, and then you're going to make hamayt. With regard to Erev Tachumim, we're going to see Isa, the Shir Suda, who Shalish Arba Beitzim, because of Kamachrenim, do Adinaba, Kan Chashav Bazeh Shir Kviyas Suda, so too over here. But Kamachrenim, Vagrabach Chalim Chalkmis, Yuludena Varacham, Maiti Berch Samazan, like a Shir Suda Kavua, not just 2 or 3 or 4 eggs. Rather, you have to have the amount as a Suda Kavua, Shual Erev. Shel Erev Uboker. Question Betzias Hapas, B'Shem Shibala, like Lim Yossi Bashkel Muchshus over Kain. V'Chainot Yosel Shulchan Aruch. Kol Makam. Says Mishnah Berurah. Says Mishnah Berurah, now we have this middle ground. Some people are saying 3-4 beitzim is a suda. Many are saying no, it has to be a full-fledged suda. Says Mishnah Berurah, what should he do? Don't eat 4 beitzim worth. Certainly if it's something that itself is a suffix, if it's possible to kiss, as we're going to see, which is a lot of things. After Siman, the whole generally we're going to be makel on a suffix possible kistin. You shouldn't have too much of it. Since it's completed as a suda, you don't have to make what you decide to eat. Ella, just going with what you already ate. If there is a kviyas, so these are obviously very complicated. Let's try to see a little bit of the Dirshu over here. These are really types of things that you have to really learn in depth. Note number 15 quotes from Moshe Feinstein that were called to the shiur of a kviyas suda, how everyone eats the bread, etc. Let's look at note number 17. Lemaisa says Moshe Feinstein, according to the Magen Avram, that minei halifton hamitzarv l'shir kviyas suda yesh lachshav suda gedolos shavel chasa b'chrash chiver chsamaz and afilu mechlam pasa b'kisnim shir katam ma'it. Ramesha says you don't have a lot of mezainis, but the Magen Avram was the opinion that said that all combines. The Magen Avram was the opinion that says that the pas haba b'kisnim, the mezainis products, combine together with the lifton, together with the additives that you're having. So it says, you have to be more nervous. Because since you're having a mezainis product, and you're having with the lift, and you're having it with the filler, and it's something that's going to get you full, you have to be careful. Says the Shevet HaLevi, if you ate more than this year, even if you did not eat 4 beitzim from the pas itself, you could be makel and make maitzi aberch samazin svek sveka. Maybe we don't pass like the Magen Avram. And that sheminim left of Yisrael the shir kviyas suda, v'shem shir kviyas suda who shares suda kavua, and therefore I should be saying the other way. He's saying what happens. The opposite. What happens if you eat more? You already ate a lot, but you didn't eat 4 beitzim. So Shevet Levi says you could be masarif the other way and not bench. Okay, like we said, these are really heavy sugyas. We're going to stop over here. We're going to try to suffice with at least the words of the Mishnah Berurah. Definitely something we can learn more. We'll pick it on from Siv Zayin in the next year. B'siyata Dishmaya.